guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sam. I am from India. I live in Canada with my husband and going to be 3-month-old baby boy. His name is Kabir. I make a lot of motherhood and lifestyle related videos, so if you like such videos, do consider subscribing and let's get started. So initially I thought, why do people search for breastfeeding related videos? I mean, what? Just put your baby to your breast and it's done. No, it's not that. I didn't do my research, and guys, I regret that. So I'll begin with my breastfeeding journey. Mine was really difficult. So initially, the moment my baby was born, he was put into my chest and he started latching, and his latch was really not good. I mean, I didn't know. I could just tell that it's hurting, and I just talked to my my OB. She was there. I said, I don't know, but it really hurts. It really hurts. It was very painful. I was unable to wear my robe, actually the hospital robe that I've been given. Is it called robe or whatever? The gown was given. It was really difficult to even wear that gown. So I knew that I didn't know what was the issue, but I knew something is not right. So luckily our hospital had a lactation consultant visiting us, visiting every new mom. I need to discuss my issue with my lactation consultant, and the moment I told her about the nursing problem I am facing, she asked me to nurse in front of her, and I did that. She could tell my baby had a lip and tongue tie, both. I was not aware of a lip tie or tongue tie, what is it? And then she also explained what could be the effect of a lip and tongue tie on me, on my baby, and she also discussed about the future speech issues he might have. So I discussed everything with her, and then I decided to get it corrected, and yes, I got it done. But it was not a painless procedure. It was painful for baby, but then only for 5 or 10 minutes. But then since then he's been latching like a pro, like a champ. And I could the first nursing I had after the lip tie, the entire procedure, I could tell there was a big difference. So if you also experience the same issue, your breastfeeding, when you breastfeed your baby that hurts, do check for a tongue or lip tie with your family doctor. If you are consulting any pediatrician, talk to them, but get it rectified. I'm gonna tell you from my experience, worth it. So yeah, babies have a natural tendency to increase your milk supply. How? They cluster feed. Like, my baby used to feed every 1.5 hours to 2 hours, and sometimes if they don't wake up, you need to wake them up. I mean, within every 2 hours you need to feed your baby. It was a lot of hard work, but you need to do that. So yeah, usually your actual milk supply starts from the day 2nd or 3rd, and some lucky women on the 1st day. Lucky goddess they are. Anyways, and before that, what we produce is called colostrum. We all know that's called the liquid gold because it has its own benefit, guys. It helps your babies to build up a strong immune system that is gonna help them a lot in the long. Creates a coating on your baby's stomach and intestine, which saves the germ that can prevent your baby from many illness. And it also helps them to pass on the first poop that is little blackish in color, and many other benefit, guys. Do your research, but colostrum is like very useful to your baby. So here is the most important thing I've learned. Some women produce colostrum before the baby is born. If you are one of those lucky women, please pump it. Use your hand expression, do whatever it takes to do, but just store it in a Ziploc bag. There are many Ziploc bags, like Medela has, your Philips Event has. Just buy some Ziploc bag, put it there, then keep it on the freezer. I'm telling you, you're gonna thank me later. So initially there could be latching issues. Again, you would be tired from your entire pregnancy, you would be tired from your entire delivery process. So that time you're gonna use that. And baby's stomach is what? A newborn stomach is like this big, size of a peanut. So even if you save 1 ounce of colostrum, you will thank me, guys. And I had my doubt that how do I know how much my baby is actually getting. If you're bottle feeding, you can at least tell that he's having 1 ounce, 2 ounce, and so. But if you're breastfeeding, to know if your baby is having enough, you can count on the wet diapers he has, and you can also count on the poopy diapers in a day he has. And there are certain apps, you can do your research on Google. There are many apps where you can just put the timing when your baby starts feeding on one side, when he goes to the other side, what's the duration that the baby feeds, and everything else. And then the app gonna tell you approximately how many ounces he's getting, and you will be stress free. So if you can, please download one of those apps. Personally, for any breastfeeding issues, pumping issues, I always refer Legendary Milk. They have the Instagram page, so if you want, you can follow them. So initially my baby was nursing for, let's say, not less than 10 to 12 times. He used to nurse in every 1.5 hours to 2 hours, and then later on the stretch became longer. He used to nurse for every 3 hours, and now daytime, yes, his nap times are really short, so as on demand I nurse him. And during night times, maybe he has a long sleep stretch for about 4.5 hours to 5 hours. So then once they are like over 2 months old, you don't need to wake them up. You can just feed them as and when they demand. You would be spending not less than 70 to 80% time in nursing. So having a nursing station is very important. Create a place where you can nurse comfortably. Okay, so buy one of these boppy pillows, and this is not very expensive. You can just put it like this, and you can put your baby in whichever position you are comfortable. You can have them in football holding position, nurse them in a lay down position, whichever position you are comfortable in, and then you can nurse them comfortably. Get yourself a lot of pillows, just sit comfortably, and if possible, buy one of those chairs, which revolves, and yeah, just whatever it takes to make it a comfortable nursing station, do that. So yeah, there are a couple of products which I think every breastfeeding mom should have. First one is your breast pad. There are 2 kinds of breast pad available. I'm going to show you one I have. This one I got with my breast pump. These are Mandela ones. These are use and throw. These are the reusable ones. You can put them, and then after every 4 to 5 hours, as and when you feel like you feel that it's already wet, you can wash them, and then good to go. So with initial latching issues, you have sewed, bruised nipples, sometimes they bleed. So buy one of these Earth Mama Organics nipple butter. You don't need to wash them. This is breastfeeding friendly. You can breastfeed them directly, no need of washing. So just keep one of them handy. Next one is pumping bra. Okay. So I initially used to pump for about, again, 10 to 12 times. As many times used to breastfeed my baby, I used to pump afterwards. So initially you might not get more than 1 or 2 ounces. Later on the supply will increase. So you would not want to hold the pump your pumps and then sit idle and do nothing. So with the pumping bra, you can just be hands-free, do multitasking, surf internet, you can relax, you can do other jobs. So get yourself a pumping bra, guys. And if you are also experiencing the same latching issues, your nipple hurt, breastfeeding is becoming really difficult, so buy nipple shield. There are, I think, 3 sizes of nipple shield available. One is 18mm, 20mm and 24. As per your size, buy one of these, and then later just use it till you recover from those pain, and then later on you can directly breastfeed. So nipple shield is also very useful. I got to just rush to baby RS, and I bought one of these, one of those, and yeah, so that was really helpful. So there could be two conditions: oversupply, undersupply. First, let's talk about oversupply. I initially had an oversupply, so there is always a fear of getting mastitis. That is a condition where you have breast really hurt. It sometimes there you can see the redness, and then you can have fever, chills. That's the worst condition you can have during breastfeeding. So to avoid that, or if you have that sort of a condition when your breast really hurt, take a warm shower, take a warm bath, or just wrap up in a warm towel. And sometimes again, just a hand expression or giving yourself a massage really helps. Just so there are a couple of useful remedies I can tell you. This is the similar to Hakka thing I have, nature buns. This comes with this cap, and what you can do is just fill this with a warm water and add some Epsom salt, and just roll it up like this and press from this position, and then put it into your breast, and then leave it. It will create a suction, and just keep it there for 5 to 10 minutes, and trust me guys, it's gonna help a lot. So when we are talking about Hakka, please buy one of these. This is really helpful. You can nurse your baby on one side, and you can keep the let down in the other side, and that way you can store the milk for your later use. So the next thing is water. So my pediatrician suggested me to have at least 3 to 4 liters of water in a day. So I had one of these 32-ounce bottle, and I fill it up, and I at least have not less than 3 to 4 of these, and I somehow I have 500 ml before and some during and then after breastfeeding, so that I'm not dehydrated, and that's the last thing I would want, to be dehydrated. Have a good diet. Eat food which has omega-3, iron. Also take probiotics, and you can also have prenatals, because that is directly being transferred to your baby's body through the breast milk. So have a good diet. Don't just think about dieting at this point of time. You have done an incredible job. You had your baby for 9 months in your womb, so at least give your body 9 weeks to recover, and 9 months at least to get into the shape. So just don't rush. So the next thing is pumping. I have this pump, this electronic one, Pump in Style Medela. There are other options available too. So my insurance actually covered my pump, and just check with your insurance provider if they cover it. Good for you. So initially, please pump at least 2 to 3 hours. Initially you might not get anything, but later on, trust me, you're gonna get a good amount, and you're gonna have a good stash in your freezer. I personally pumped for 10 times a day. Like n number of times I used to feed my baby, n number of times I used to pump. And initially I used to have only 1 or 2 ounces, and later on with every pumping session, on top of feeding my baby, I used to get like 7 to 8 ounces. And do not miss those early morning pumping sessions, like from 4 to I guess 5:30 or 6. That is when you produce most of the milk. So just pump, and do not skip that. I know it's very difficult when you are just cluster feeding your baby, you're sleep deprived, but please do that. I mean, you have done an incredible job. You have done a lot of hard work, so yeah, just one more. And pumping has its own benefit. You can have a stash in your freezer when you are going for work. You can use that, and in that way your baby is getting the breast milk. Again, your partner can feed the baby. They can have this bonding time. They can have that one-to-one time. And also when you are interested to go on a date night, you don't need to think about feeding your baby. Your caretaker can feed the baby. So pump. I cannot put enough emphasis on pumping, so just pump. And yes, you can lose a lot of weight through breastfeeding. So guys, just do it. I mean, before giving it up, just do it. Sometimes it's so overwhelming, it's so stressful that we tend to think that this is not possible, we are just not going to do it. No, just give it a try. Talk to your family, talk to your friends, talk to the people you're comfortable with without giving it up. It's totally worth it. And also leave a comment if you have any question. If I cannot answer that, I'll talk to my pediatrician. I have a lactation consultant visiting my place, so I can talk to her and I'll definitely make sure that I'm answering your question. So guys, breastfeeding prevents cancer. Yes, let us make a community. There is nothing to shy about. I mean, this is the most natural way. Could that be a miracle than feeding your own baby? All you mamas out there, you breastfeed, you pump and feed, you give formula. You do you. I mean, you know what is best for your baby. There will be people who will say that this is wrong, do this, don't do that. No, you know what is best for your baby. So whatever you are doing, you rock. You are doing it right, because no one knows your baby more than you. So kudos to all you mamas out there. I mean, we are great. Yes, we are. When you are in public, sometimes your baby just cries, you don't have a bottle, and then you need to feed your baby right away. Do not hesitate, guys. Just cover yourself, and if there is a family room, well and fine. Otherwise, you need to feed your baby, you do that. I mean, if people are staring, there will be looks, there will be people who will stare at you. Let them go to hell. This is the most natural thing. I mean, if they cannot stand by this, God knows what kind of mentality they have. They really don't care about that. If your baby needs to be fed, that is the most important thing that moment. Just do not think about others, guys. So with this, I would conclude today's video. I hope you like it. I hope it was useful. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.